Hey everyone, this is Ben, and I just wanted to go through the question of when should I just make a quick flip, and when should I maybe hold on for bigger gains, and some of the signs to look for. Today's January 2nd, so the market just opened after the holidays. So the next month or two should get really busy, hopefully, for the OTC markets. But I have equity feed out, and I saw USEI has news, which is one of my main strategies for momentum trading, looking for the news. And it declares a warrant dividend on its common stock as part of its cannabis operations in future. So I like this because it's not only a cannabis stock, which is really hot right now with recent laws changing, making marijuana legal, but also it's a dividend, so it's something for the shareholders. So every share you own, you get well, in this case, part of another share. So I think it said when every 10 shares you own, you get one share, which sounds awesome, and it seems like a really good play. And I did get in on the dip. It went to from 0.0021 to 0.003, so that's a really nice gain. I got back in on the dip at 20.0022. Right now it's at 0.0024, and I was got in this immediately just because I knew it was a good momentum play. And when I'm thinking about, is this just a really quick flip, or is this something that maybe will continue and the momentum will keep going for the day, the week, maybe a month or something? See, now it's going back down to 2, which is really funny. It must have been a trade that they just consolidated. Anyway, so one of the things I look for, even though it had really good news, and has a lot of the positive signs, like it's cannabis play, which is really hot and trending right now. Also, the price point's good, and it doesn't seem to be too thick on the ask side. So the float looks pretty good, actually. The float looks really nice, but remember, there's a difference between the float and the outstanding shares and the authorized shares. So one of the reasons why I'm just going to make this a quick flip is because the news was there, the float looks great, the stock is hot and trendy. But when I went to the OTC markets, under company profile and put in USEI, it's even pink sheet current, which is good. They're caught up to their filings. But if you look here, the authorized shares is 4,945,000,000. The outstanding shares, which is what they can actually put into the market right now as of today, well, as of May last year, so who knows at this point, but 2,630,000,000. So since the float does look small, I know there's probably not 2 billion out in the market right now. So what this means to me is this is a ploy for them to sell shares. So even though they're going to give us a dividend, what they're trying to do is really just bring volume into the market, which they're getting, so they can sell more shares. So to them, they don't really care if they give one share for every 10 we have, because essentially shares to them are free. They can just give us whatever they want. But what they want to do is bring liquidity in the stock. So they put out this positive news so they can, it doesn't seem like they're being irresponsible right now with selling shares, but they're obviously selling. And I think this news was only put out to sell shares. That's my opinion. Now it could continue to go up a little bit, and they could sell responsibly, and that's fine. But as soon as I see that many shares outstanding or authorized, I get a little suspicious and wonder, well, if they're putting out this news, it must be because they want to sell more shares, which, all companies want to sell shares, but some people do it very strategically and some people do it very recklessly. And if you have that many authorized shares, they could potentially just beat this down and sell as, millions and millions of shares. So, it's good looking right now. A couple of the market makers on like Vindem and CSTI, those sometimes are, market makers to look for as far as selling shares. But regardless, it was a good flip. It had all the signs, so I rode it for 30% or whatever. And I'm definitely not going to be keeping this for a long time. I might get back in, depending on where the stock is, and play it just for a small flip again, because the warrants will be issued, the dividends, on February 26th, and if you're in the stock by February 16th or on February 16th, you get that dividend. So there's probably going to be a little spike around February 10th to 15th to get in so you can get your dividend. So there might be a little bit of movement, but they also might sell then. So but I'll probably get in just a little bit to flip it if it looks like I was right. Anyway, so it checked most of the boxes off as for something that I might take a risk and maybe take a little bit of my money off the table and then ride the rest. But this time, it's looking just like a quick flip because of that high share structure really scares me. I mean, 2 billion is pretty high for the price range it's at, but what scares me most is actually they can basically authorize or put more outstanding shares because they have authorized up to 5 billion, which is a little too high for me. I would like to stay, something in the 00 price range. Anything under 2 billion would be more comfortable for me. Otherwise, you're just all of a sudden they could just hit the market. Anyway, I hope this video helped just a little bit of insight into how I make my decisions for the momentum trades, and I will talk to you guys later. This is Ben from OTC Alpha. Have a great day and happy trading.